My project contextualizes and conveys the hole left in the wake of the Mount Kambla mining disaster of 1902. It was an event that I had always heard mention of growing up, as I live quite close to where it happened. And after a long period of brainstorming what topic to focus on for this project, images of a walking trail near my house entered my mind. It's a trail that I would often walk along and also ride along with my bike. This trail would contained a series of memorials that would commemorate the 96 lives lost. And these memories, inspired me to go back there and find out more because it's something I'd never really delved into too much. And I thought I'd take this opportunity to I guess, share my findings. Here's a full synopsis here. On July 31st, 1902, the Illawarra was struck by the distant sound of an explosion. Nowhere was it felt more than in the village below Mount Kembla, a colliery eruption that had cost the lives of 96 men and tore hundreds of families apart. This film seeks to detail the events leading up to this disaster with the intention of dissecting what ultimately caused it. It will draw from thorough research and will toe the line between a series of facts and also a nuanced portrayal of the village's diminished spirit. So it will begin as a visual essay. So a narrator will guide the viewer through the short history of the colliery and bringing to light all the things that went wrong along the way, and also during the event as well, of course. And it will end as a tribute, a slow stroll through the memorial pathway that I already mentioned. So a quiet conveyance of the sense of emptiness that still plagues the nearby village of Mount Kambla. So as for the treatment, this film will contain images mostly taken from that era in conjunction with footage taken by my group that will capture the area as it is today. A narrator will guide the majority of the documentary, thus making it primarily an expository piece. However, there will also be hints of the poetic mode, as the circumstances that surround the event have the potential to evoke the themes of greed and Western arrogance. Just something I'm teasing there. As for the case studies that inspired this, I guess the first one I've listed here is Dulcie, which I don't think I'm pronouncing right, but yeah, you get the point. It was a short documentary that was recommended to us in week 3 or week 4 as a required viewing. It follows a family living in a small Colombian village, and the camera looks on as a mother tries to teach her daughter how to swim. So yeah, the styles are quite similar to mine, but I chose this one as a case study due to how effectively it captured the atmosphere of their environment in just a few small moments of the environment of the family in particular. The day-to-day life of the family captured is conveyed without anyone really having to say a word, neither the narrator or even the individuals on camera. There's just wide shots of the mother making a living amongst the empty marshland. That tells us all that we need to know about their living conditions and I guess the way they live their day-to-day lives. And I wish to incorporate this quality into the final section of my project, like having minutes where just there's no speaking, you just observe. The second case study I have listed here is Grizzly Man, which is, I guess, a full-length piece that many people will be familiar with. It's Werner Herzog's 2005 film on the eccentric bear enthusiast Timothy Treadwell. Obviously, the whole film is an inspiration in and of itself. It's incredible. But more specifically, the reverence and admiration that Herzog's narration holds for even Treadwell's most bizarre moments is something that has stayed with me. And I got an example of it here towards the end, which I'm hoping will work. There we go. That's too far in. There
we go. Treadwell is gone. The argument how wrong or how right he was disappears into a distance, into a fog. What remains is his footage. And while we watch the animals in their joys of being, in their grace and ferociousness, a thought becomes more and more clear, that it is not so much a look at wild nature as it is an insight into ourselves, our nature. And that, for me, beyond his mission, gives meaning to his life and to his death.
So that was just the last piece of narration in the film, and I guess I was taken by how Herzog takes like a subject that could very easily be made fun of, and was still able to treat it with respect. And I hope to bring that level of respect to the narration in my project, even though I guess it's not as much to make fun of, I guess, in mine. But yeah anyway. As for the ethical and legal considerations, most of the research, I guess all the research I'll be making sure me and the group will make sure will be all certified by professionals, and also through the UOW library or just any library in general, and we'll double check it. And as for the filming, all the filming will primarily be done in like a public place, like the trail is public, so I shouldn't run into any legal issues there. Anyway, moving on. So the production planning and schedule, which I guess is rough, and because yeah, it'll largely depend on the group dynamic and yeah, all that. So at the moment, yeah, initially, I think the focus should initially be on the narration and the way in which it'll be structured and paced in conjunction of what we intend to show on screen. I think that should be the focus of the first 2 weeks, just honing in on that, or just planning it out and yeah, writing out this the script and yeah, pacing out all the information and yeah. So we'll choose one member of the group to be assigned as the narrator. I guess whoever's, I guess, the most confident speaking. I'm assuming it won't be me, but you never know. A script detailing the events will be ready for them. I guess written by one of us or more. Yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll require a collage of images as well as footage captured by us, and yeah, someone will be assigned as a camera operator. We'll likely just need a camera and tripod. I don't think we'll need a mic. There's not a huge focus on sound in this one. Filming on location should take no longer than a few hours, though, which is why I'm comfortable leaving it until week 11, or even and that also allows more wiggle room for week 12 if we decide to shoot more. And the final week or two will be dedicated to incorporating the filmed elements and finalizing editing in general, and also yeah, more filming if needed. The equipment will likely be borrowed from the uni, and yeah, will not be in use for too long. All right, and as for the proof of concept, I've presented here like just a rough draft of what the final section of the film will look like, which is the slow, not the slow, but like the quiet tribute to the lost lives. And yes, I did film it on my phone. Thank you for asking. Oh yeah, so that was just a rough, I guess, showing of how I want the mood to be felt. And I should probably stop there before my laptop blows up. But thank you.